are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So I'm here in Vietnam. Finally, I'm just in the gym. I don't know if you can really call it a gym, but technically it's the hotel gym. There's a couple of dumbbells in here and a couple of non-working treadmills. And it doesn't look like anyone's been in here in many, many years. So I thought, what a fucking perfect place to record the fucking podcast. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear the echo or the drunk cunts doing karaoke in the background, but we'll just persist, won't we? Anyway, I'm fucking cooked. Day one, I am absolutely fucking just cooked. It's just so hard traveling with two kids. It's not even that they're misbehaving or anything. They're fucking like good kids. I can't imagine what it would be like if I had two little fucking brats. They're good kids, but it's just relentless. It's just fucking relentless. Just questions. You just want your attention the whole fucking time. And you're just like, shut the fuck up. Can you just let me rest for a second? And they'll just say your name and not even ask you a question just to break up your peace. Like I was reading my Kindle and my son's just like, Dada. I was ignoring him by this stage. I wasn't even answering. And he just said Dada and was looking out the window. Didn't say anything, didn't follow up with anything. Just threw it out there. They were actually really good, but it's just still, it's a lot. And one of the mistakes we made, and we've made it many a time, you go for a budget airline because you're saving like $100 or something. I suppose it's $400, let's say $500, $600 when you include the four of us. So we went VietJet, which is budget airline, and you get nothing. Well, we got a little feed. We got some noodles for a feed, but no entertainment, nothing in the back of the seat, nothing to watch, nothing to hire, nothing, no plugs or anything. Luckily, I bought the iPad because I'm like, I need to distract my son because my son's just got too much energy. It just would have been fucking unrelenting for 8.5 hours. So I charged full 100% iPad and I said, you can go on it, but the battery's going to die. And after that, if you start annoying me, I'm going to fucking throw you out the fucking window. And it died. He didn't conserve it at all. It died with 3 hours remaining. So that was a nightmare. And yeah, we made the same fucking mistake as always. Just pay an extra $500-$600. Just get the entertainment. Have them distracted the whole time. Get them a little bit of good food that they're going to eat. You get to relax for 8.5 hours instead of just constantly answering questions and being pulled out of your sleep. There's a movement going on at the moment. I don't know if it's called a movement, but there's this thing on Instagram or social media where people are catching flights and they're calling it raw dogging. I'm not exactly sure what defines raw dogging, but people are catching flights and staring at the back of their seat and just watching the flight map the whole time. Like from Sydney to London, Sydney to New York, shit like that. And they're posting it online. They're just like, I raw dogged a 15-hour flight from fucking Amsterdam to fucking Tunisia or whatever. If I knew geography a little bit better, I would know that's probably about an 8-hour trip. I should have just stuck with Sydney to London. But I'd already said it once, and when you keep repeating shit, it sounds fucked. Unless it's a swear word, and then it sounds sick. Anyway, there's levels of raw dogging. I think the highest level is you don't even watch the flight map on the TV. You just stare at the back of the seat. You can't look away. You just sit there, no water, no drinks, no food, just staring at the back of the seat for the whole flight. And people are like, that was tough. And I'm like, I would give anything to be able to raw dog a flight. Just staring at the back of the seat in peace and quiet would be like a dream to me. You're telling me just sitting there in perfect silence is difficult? Please, just fucking try taking 2 kids on any flight anywhere. See how you feel about that. That's single people doing that. Single people without kids think raw dogging's hard. Parents, if they're catching a flight by themselves, they would think raw dogging is like, they wouldn't even post about it. Or if they did, they would be like, that was the greatest time of my entire life. I can't remember having a better time. Anyway, we're here, we're exhausted. The kids were fucking out on their feet at dinner. My daughter fell asleep. My son was like almost passing out. I can't even remember anything about Ho Chi Minh. I didn't really stay here that long when I was here many, many moons ago. And I was getting hammered, so that probably doesn't help. But I don't remember fucking a single thing. It's probably changed a lot. It's quite a modern city now. When was I here last? It was 2008. So what's that? 16 years ago? That makes sense. So yeah, it's just a whole different ball game in Asia. The people are so nice. Everything's chill. Fucking, they don't speak much English here. I don't know what I did last time I was here. Well, I do. I went straight to Nha Trang and just partied, but I don't know how I caught a bus anywhere. I don't know what I fucking did. I don't know how I ordered any food. I can't remember eating in Vietnam at all. Anyway, it all starts tomorrow. I hope I get a good fucking sleep. I wanted to talk about the people in line at the airport, actually, still wearing masks. There was a guy in front of me. He looked like, and I'm a pretty good judge of this, he looked like a Jew, and he was wearing a mask. I noticed because he was giving us eyeballs because my kids were running around, and one of them clipped his leg or something like that. And he pulled a face with his eyebrows, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, mask man. Why the fuck are you wearing the mask still? And I looked around, I'm like, are people still wearing masks? And in the immigration line, there must have been about 500 people waiting. And I looked around and there was still people wearing masks. There was a few Asians who I can forgive for wearing masks because they actually wore masks pre-COVID. So you don't know which Asian you're running into. Could be Chinese, Beijing, they were wearing masks. South Korean, they wear a few masks. So I forgive the Asians for the mask, but I looked around. There was the Jew guy in front of me wearing a mask. There was a lady behind me, a black lady with frizzy. She looked like the press secretary for the White House, like that type. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And then there was another 2 white people wearing masks as well. I'm like, all right, haven't we passed this? Like, what are you doing? At this point, what are you doing? At that point, you're pretty much just saying, look, I believe everything still. They didn't trick me. I believe the science. Just felt like slapping it off their faces. Fucking cocks. Anyway, I wanted to do a full episode on that, just going around slapping people with mask faces. I reckon I could have done a 10-15 minute episode just on that. Anyway, I'm fucking done. I'm going to bed. Hopefully get a good night's sleep. So that'll do for tonight. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you the fuck later.